Hello. There has been an awful lot of talk about UFOs and are they real or not. So in this video, I want to explore that subject. But before we can determine if they are real or not, let's find out why all of a sudden there is a lot of interest in them. And that is because Saturn is in the nakshatra of Shatabishak in Aquarius, and it is going back and forth in that nakshatra. And Shatabishak is all about the stargazer and other things, mental illness, addiction issues, 100 healers, but the stargazer as well. And the stargazer refers to astrology and the skies and what's in the skies. And what's in the skies that we are very interested in finding out, and that's UFOs. So this is not the first time that we've had interest in UFOs. They have actually started recording sightings of UFOs about the time that we started experimenting with nuclear weapons. And the interesting thing about it is that the governments around the world do have records of UFO sightings, especially whenever they are testing nuclear weapons. And from time to time, they have noticed that these UFOs seem to interfere with the bombs that they are experimenting with. So that leads us to the question of, are they real or is this just our imagination? And quite frankly, I don't think it's our imagination. I do believe it's real, that they are real and that they are in existence. And there have been a lot of very notable government officials, astronauts, pilots, people who have come forth. There's even whistleblowers out of the Pentagon come forth and talk about the UFO sightings and the fact that they really are real. And I do think that to imagine such a vast universe that we don't completely understand, to think that we are the only forms of life, is quite possibly a little naive. So I do believe that there are UFOs and that they are, in fact, among us. And they will only appear really when they want us to see them. Now, at this level of consciousness, a lot of people think that the UFOs are here to destroy us, to take over. And that is kind of a reflection of where their own consciousness is, because I pose the question of, what happens if they really aren't our enemies, but are our friends, and they are here to protect us? And a lot of people don't believe in UFOs because they say that they can't travel. You know, they'd have to travel so far from different galaxies, and it would take so long. And even if you traveled at the speed of light, how long it would take. But I say, maybe they aren't the ones that we are seeing. Maybe they aren't from a foreign galaxy. Maybe they are in a different dimension that's right here on our Earth and not very far from the Earth, that we, at our level of consciousness, cannot see. Now, we do know that there are other dimensions. And as energy ramps up, things get lighter. And we don't have the ability to see things that are vibrating at an extremely rapid rate of speed. And that's where you get alternative realities. So our reality operates at a certain speed, and supposedly higher, more enlightened realities operate at a faster speed. And then there are elements of realities that operate, I guess, at even a lower speed than we do. But the higher the speed, the more enlightened the reality is. So I want to pose this question to you, and it would be great if you want to comment in the comment section. Are the UFOs here to harm us or to help us? And I think they're here to help us, because if you look at this situation, that the UFOs travel and they have metals in their spaceships and technology that we can't even fathom. We don't even know what it's all about, right? So if they are more enlightened and they seem to be appearing whenever we're experimenting with nuclear energy and bombs, especially things that can destroy us, not only destroy us as mankind, but change the atmosphere of Earth, destroy Earth in a way, they're coming forth and kind of interfering with that. I think that means that they are on our side. They're trying to keep us from destroying ourselves. And if they're in a higher rate of consciousness coming forth, then they are only going to come forth when they want us to see us. And in some religions, they believe that the planet Venus is actually the planet that protects the world, the Earth, as we know it. And some of these UFOs have supposedly are coming from Venus. Now, we have telescopes and we don't see any life when we look at Venus through the telescope. We really aren't seeing any life, and we don't see life on Mars and all. And that's in our reality, the way we look at things. That's what the energy is revolving at, the speed of energy in our reality. So we can't see life forms on other planets, if they are, that are revolving at or operating at a much higher speed. Our consciousness cannot deal with that. But beings who are ascended and evolve at, or have a much higher speed of energy in them can lower their rate of energy and accelerate it at will. So that would make sense that maybe these UFO sightings that we are seeing are not people or beings, shall we say, from other galaxies, but are actually from alternative forms of reality here on Earth. And there is another interesting thing that's been happening is they have seen sightings where these aircraft, for lack of a better word to describe it, come in and out of the ocean. And in some religious beliefs, they believe that there is another form of reality or beings who are living at the core of the earth. And they are more evolved than us. And so they think that these UFOs could be coming either from Venus or even from the Earth's core because they evolve. They're much higher in evolution, and they are operating at a much faster rate of speed, so they are not in our consciousness. And the ocean is a portal to their universe around the center of the earth. So I don't know, maybe you find this far-fetched, maybe you don't, but it's something definitely to ponder. And as long as Saturn is going back and forth over Shadow-Bishop, all of this is going to come out. We're going to be seeing and hearing more and more about the UFOs, and Saturn being retrograde is uncovering the secrets that the governments have been covering up about this topic. Okay, so there you have it. It can be controversial or not, depending on your belief, but I would love to hear from you on whether or not you believe in UFOs and where they are coming from. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit all notifications so that you don't miss any videos. And check me out at my website, www.michellebond007.com. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for my free newsletter so you'll always be informed. And book an appointment so you can see how the planetary energies can make life work for you, not to you. Again, that's michellebond007.com. Be inspired, be empowered, and I will see you next time.